Hello boos, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to make this viral cat beanie that has been the bestseller on my store, and everybody wanted me to make a tutorial on it, so I'm going to make a easy step-by-step tutorial for beginners to follow, and hopefully I'm going to explain it really well. Nonetheless, let's get started. First thing we are going to need is 2 colors of acrylic yarn, hook, scissors or razor. First thing we are going to do is make our slip knot. As I said in the last video, you tie it, you make a circle, insert the hook, chain 2, pull the end. Now we are going to make our first row, which is chains. 1, 2, 3. I made my first row, which is 50 centimeters. Now it's time for my second row. The first thing you're gonna do, chain 1, a double crochet in the third one. Pay attention and make sure to not make 2 stitches in 1 chain. This is the most important thing, or the key to this, because it's going to make your beanie go wider instead of going in a straight line. So be careful. You insert your hook inside of the chain, you make a double crochet, and you go this way until you are done with the full row. Now that I'm done with my first row, I'm going to connect it to make it easier on me to build like the body. You can connect it on the first row, honestly, but this is just what I do. You connect it by making a slip stitch on the first chain, and the way I do it, so it wouldn't show like this. To make it neat, I insert the hook, right? I pull the yarn. Once there's 2, I grab the second color that I chose, which is black, and I start working with it, okay? So you're gonna leave the end, and instead of finishing with the gray one, you're gonna finish with the black one, and it's gonna allow you to have like a neat end. You make 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the second one, you're not gonna do it in the first one or else it's gonna get wider. You make it on the second one, you make a double crochet. This whole beanie is made with a double crochet stitch. So you keep going like this until you're done with the row. Now you have to make sure that you're not going to make a double crochet on this stitch, or else it will spread. The beanie will spread. So you have to make sure that you are not adding that double crochet. Okay, now at the end of this, you're going on. So you see 1, 2, which are the first 2 chains that we made to start the line. You're going to insert your hook in the third one, okay? And pull the yarn, but don't pull it all. So you're gonna only pull the yarn once and keep 2 black chains, 2 black loops on your hook, and switch the yarn. Okay, so you're gonna pull the gray one from them both. You see how perfect it is? You're gonna chain 2 again, 1, 2, pull the black one so it can be perfect, and then the same thing you did. You're not going to make a chain on the first one. keep going. Now we are at our last stitch in our 4th row. Done. You're not going to make a double crochet inside of this because, as I said, make sure to not do it because it's gonna make your beanie spread out. And look how perfect it is. Not to compliment my own work, but it's just the strategy of that stitch. Okay, and that's how it is in the back. Of course, at the end, I'm going to cut all these excess yarn, but in each, to make it easier on you at the end, whenever you're done with a row, just make sure to make a knot. So, because that is the least enjoyable thing to do when you are doing crochet. We are gonna skip 1, 2, and the 3rd one. We are going to insert the hook. Okay. 1, and then switch. Make sure that everything is well stitch 2. Don't do this. Go straight up on the next one. Okay. Work the same way until you have 18 rows, which is going to be like this. Now we are at my last row, and we are going to do the same thing. 1, 2, and in the 3rd one, we are going to insert the hook. This is the last stitch. It's going to be a slip stitch, and then chain 1, and then cut. After that, you're going to pull the end of the yarn and make it tight. Now you are done with the beanie for now. This is how it's going to look like. Now you will need your needle yarn with the yarn that you used, and you are going to start connecting these two. You start with them, and then repeat it so it can be secure. To connect these 2 sides in that way, you have to flip it over. Okay, this is important. And put the 2 sides in front of each other so you can have it all organized. Okay, so they have to face each other. And then you are going with your needle. There's 2 loops in each chain. There's 1 and 2. You're only going to grab 1, which is the one facing you. And then on the other side, you are going to grab the other side, which is the side that is not facing you. And you are going to sew them both together. Make sure that you are not grabbing the same loop. So each chain is facing the other one. And you keep going the same way. It's easy, you just have to remember how to do it. And keep going till you're done. Now I'm at the last one. Make sure that it is secure, so nothing will open on you. That is the most important thing. To do that, when you insert your needle, when it's close to the end, insert it back. It's gonna create a knot, you see? And it's not going to open. Cut the yarn, start knotting all of this excess. Grab your scissors and start cutting them. There you go. This is the end project. I hope I explained it really well. This is my first tutorial, so I'll try to get better at this with time. I will happily love to see your creations and how did your cat beanie turn out. Make sure to send it to me on Instagram, har.touch, and I would love to share it as well. Thank you so much. Make sure to comment what you would love to see next. See you next week. Bye.